What's up everyone? Today we're going to be doing a button tutorial on the EchoMap Ultra 126 SV. So in today's video we're going to break down all the different buttons. As some of you may know, this is a touchscreen unit. Unlike my 1222, this is a touchscreen unit, and you can do basically everything from the touchscreen. There's a power button, a plus and a minus button, and then 4 shortcuts that you can save on the side, but everything else is a touchscreen. So if you press the power button on this, you can get to the power menu, and what you can adjust there is the backlight, and you can adjust that up and down and turn the backlight of it off or up or whatever you want to do. The color mode, you can lock the touchscreen so that it's not touchscreen if you don't want to do any settings like that. You can disable all sonar, and that'll turn off your live scope, your 2D, your side imaging, or anything you have on that. You can press this power button down here, and that'll allow you to put it into sleep mode or to turn off your device. So if we want to put it in sleep mode, it'll save a lot of power like that. You can press the power button one time, it'll turn it back on. But let's go through some of the other settings that we have. So the plus and the minus buttons, obviously on the live scope screen, they are adjusting the ranges that I have here. But on the, like a chart screen, that'll zoom in and zoom out on your map. With the shortcuts, what you're going to want to do to save a shortcut is press and hold that button. So right now, my shortcuts for number 1 is the live scope. And if I want to change that view, what I'll do is I'll go to home and I'll select a different view, and you'll actually notice these 1, 2, 3, 4. So like right now, my 1 is my live scope, my 4 is my fishing chart. And if I go into combos, you'll see my other one is this fishing chart with 2D sonar. So let's say I want to go to this combination here, and I want that screen as my number 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press and hold number 4. It'll say page saved to shortcut key. I'll press OK. So now if I'm going through my shortcut keys and I press 4, it'll show up as that screen that I just did. So if I go back to home, that's how we adjust all of our views. So we'll go back to live scope, and if I click menu on any of these screens, so if I click it on chart versus live scope, it'll give me a menu screen based on which screen I'm on. So right now this is my perspective menu, and I can change all of my settings through that. If I go to a different view, I click menu, it'll allow me to adjust my fish chart menu, which is this one. It'll allow me to adjust my traditional sonar menu, and I click on those and I'll have all the settings for each one of those. Obviously the back button on all these will take you back to that last screen that you were on. So let's go to this home screen that we're on, and you'll notice whenever you're on the home screen, this middle button will say settings, and that's how you go into all of the different graph settings. So you can go to system and you can adjust like your time through this. You can adjust your backlight, all that stuff. On here, you can actually adjust your background if you wanted to. You can go to system information and check out your software information that you have if you need to figure any of that stuff out. Change your language, any of that stuff you can do from that settings menu. Let's go back to chart menu, and if we want to make a waypoint, we'll press this mark button. If you scroll and you click over here, you can also create a waypoint through that. If you do make a waypoint, you can go to nav information, and all your navigation information will be on your waypoints or your tracks or you'll be able to check the tides and the currents for where you're at. So if you're on a tidal fishery, you can check that. You can even go to offshore services and check where the nearest restroom is. So right now, the last time we had the boat out, we were on Wheeler. Blake was on Wheeler actually with my boat. And Gunnersville is the closest bathroom to where he was at. So groceries, there's no groceries anywhere close to the lake. So anyways, you can do all this stuff. You can go to manage data and you can import or export any of your nav data through Active Captain or through that. So if you go to home and then you have that settings, that's how you get to all that stuff. But so we can customize our home screen by rearranging or adding new icons or views and then removing them. And you can also, like I said earlier, change your background. But basically you can customize your home screen to the way you want, and then you can just click on the view that you want, or you can set your favorite 4 shortcuts. Another thing you can do once you get onto like a sonar screen is they have these little pluses and minuses at the bottom. So this right here is my range on my perspective mode, and if I just minus that or plus that, I can adjust the range at the top and the bottom that my perspective mode is shooting out. And also I can adjust the gain on this to make it a little bit hotter or a little bit not as bright, and adjust my perspective a little bit here and there on different bottom hardnesses or things like that. So that was the button tutorial for the 126 SV EchoMap Ultra. Hopefully everybody learned a little bit of something along the way. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.